I'm Natalia, and I'm going to do my cultural diversity speech on the culture behind dating because I had a personal experience that I would like to share and would maybe open some eyes about a certain culture that I didn't know about before I had this experience. So, last year, I got pretty close to a boy of Russian descent. He came over here to the US when he was about 6, so he knew fluent Russian and he still does. His parents are Russians too. They do not speak English. They are very heavy into the Russian community. They didn't even want him going to a public high school, but that's where I met him. And spending more time and stuff, we got closer and stuff, but I found it very hard for him to even see me outside of school. You know, something as simple as I thought him coming over was not okay with his parents. And there were 4 reasons why I was not acceptable to date their son. And 4 reasons behind Russian culture that are pretty set in stone that I didn't realize, but now I do because of this experience. So number 1, you need to be full Russian. You can't be half German, you can't be American, you can't be, you can't be anything but Russian. 2, you have to speak fluent Russian. It's okay if you speak English too, but you have to speak fluent Russian. 3, you have to meet the boy at the church or the girl. You cannot meet them at high school, you can't meet them at an extracurricular activity. You have to meet them at church, and you have to be introduced by the parents. You can't just go up to them and say hi. And then number 4, your parents have to be Russian also. Now, I fell into a few of these categories a little bit. I was adopted from Russia, and so I was fully Russian, but my parents were not Russian at all. They were Americans, and so that was a big no-no. I don't speak fluent Russian at all, so that was also a big no-no. And then I met the boy in high school, and that was no. I was supposed to have met him at church. I was supposed to be introduced by the parents, and because of this, and me trying to even meet them, they would not meet me, and they would not accept me no matter what I was, because I didn't fall into those 4 categories. And because of this, we were not allowed to see each other. We were not allowed to date. We were not allowed to text each other. They would turn off his phone. They would not let him be in my classes. They would not, and it's all because of distilled Russian culture. And because of those 4 reasons, I was not allowed to date this boy, and I was not allowed to see him. I was not allowed to interact with him. And it was something that I had to learn because I wasn't used to something like that, and I wasn't used to completely being rejected by somebody because of their parents. And it's almost a lesson that I wish I would have known, but also just something for other people to know too in the future, that it's going to be really hard to date a Russian person if they are still very distilled in their thinking and their culture, because those 4 things mean everything to Russian parents. And so for my cultural diversity speech, I just wanted to let you guys know about that little experience and how I pretty much got shut down because I wasn't, I couldn't speak Russian. I didn't meet him at my church. And so those are the reasons why we weren't allowed to see each other. And it was sad, but it was something I learned, and now I'm sharing it with you. So I hope you took something away from this video, and thank you.